There's a lot of great players in high school basketball, but today I'm just here to tell you the top 10 players heading into this up and coming season. I think I speak for everyone when I say this. We need sports. Whether it's football, basketball, soccer, lacrosse, water polo, we as fans need something to watch and get excited for. And it's really looking like this basketball season coming up is going to be the next time we get to see a ton of athletes play. So obviously, everyone's getting really excited. And in today's video, I'm just going to be telling you 10 players that you need to keep an eye on. With that being said, let's dive into it. Before we get into the rankings, I need to state some things. Number 1, these are not ESPN rankings, 24/7 sports rankings, or any recruiting database website rankings. These are mine, LetsBeGreat's rankings on the best players regardless of the class. It doesn't matter if they're in the class of 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, they can be eligible for this video. Number 2, like I stated in number 1, these are my rankings, so this is my opinion. I already know some people are gonna go to the comment, yo, you missed out on this player, you missed this guy, you're wrong, blah, 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 blah. So if you think my list is quote unquote wrong, it's not wrong. You're entitled to think different, but this is my opinion, so please respect that. Alright, now that I made that clear, let's really dive into it. The top 10 best high school basketball players going into this up and coming year. Let's do this. Oh yeah, before we get into the video, I would really appreciate it if y'all leave a like for your boy Matt, and I'll definitely do some more videos like this. Alright, let's get into it! Coming in at number 10 on our list, we have a 6'8", 230-pound center that goes by the name of Paulo Banchero. Banchero has a 97 overall grade on ESPN and is also listed as a 5-star recruit. And Banchero is an absolute tank, and he just gets better and better each and every year. As a freshman, he averaged 14 points per game. As a sophomore, he jumped it up to 18.2, and as a junior, he jumped that up to 22.6. And he's very efficient at rebounding. He's almost averaged 10 rebounds every single season. But the thing that really separates this guy is that he's a very athletic center. He's not your typical big man that looks like he's moving in slow motion. This guy has the speed to keep up with every player on the court, and he's very athletic. So yeah, he's pretty versatile, but here's another thing. He almost averaged 4 assists per game, and as a center, that's pretty good. A lot of people really don't even know who this guy is, but that's okay. He likes flying under the radar. Even though he's listed at the center position for high school, I definitely think he'll be a small forward, a power forward in college, and even the NBA. And to be listed as a quote-unquote power forward or even center, he has a great shooting touch. Out of all the players on this list, he's probably one of the more slept-on players in the group. And with all those reasons being stated, this is why he comes in at number 10 on our list. Coming in at number 9 on our list, does he even need an introduction? Coming in at 6'3", weighing roughly 180 pounds, we got the villain himself, known as Mikey Williams. Mikey's turning into that villain, and at first he received a lot of love, and it seems like everyone almost hates this guy now. But at the end of the day, I gotta give the dude some respect. He can straight up ball. He's been a unanimous 5-star recruit, and he's ranked the 3rd best player in the class of 2023. And last year, as just a freshman playing for his varsity team, he averaged 30 points per game. 30 points per game. I don't care if he was playing at a church league. That's incredible for a freshman. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about Mikey because you guys are probably tired of it and you know who he is. We got to put him on the list though. He's been balling out, and I think number 9 is a great spot for him. Coming in at number 8 on our list, we have a rival of Mikey Williams that's coming in at roughly 6'2", 170 pounds, that goes by the name of no other than Dior Johnson. Dior is 1 year older than Mikey, so he's in the class of 2022, and he's ranked as a 5-star recruit as well. I have to give him the nod over Mikey Williams just for the fact that I think he's more mature, and as of right now, he looks like a better player out there. Mikey's good, don't get me wrong, but he has a lot of time to grow and mature. Overall for Dior, I think he's a complete player, and he's one of the most skilled point guards in the nation. Very similar to Mikey, he loves the trash talk, and he's also referred to as the most hated player in the country. This guy is the type of player that I would refer to as a walking bucket. He's outstanding at handling the ball, a very great shooter, and he can almost get any shot he wants. He's most efficient though in transition when he's attacking the rim whenever he wants and getting his teammates involved. Johnson's a guy you love to have on your team, but you really hate to play against because you can see the fear in his eyes. He's also been committed to Syracuse for a very long time now, and I think that's going to be a great program for him. This guy could easily be a one-and-done player in college and go to the NBA lottery. The best thing I can say about Dior Johnson is that he still has 1 more year of high school basketball left, and we get to watch him ball out once again. And with all that being said, this is why he comes in at number 8 on our list. Coming in at number 7 on our list, we have a shooting guard that comes in at roughly 6'4", 185 pounds, that goes by the name of Jayden Hardy. Mr. Hardy himself is from Nevada and has a 5-star ranking on ESPN. I just thought to myself, every player on this list is going to be a 5-star, so yeah, I don't even know why I'm saying that. Anyways, continuing on, he's ranked the 4th best player in the class of 2021. He's easily a top 5 shooter in the country, and he's really slept on. time. And when he was just a freshman, he was averaging 24 points per game, and in these recent 2 years, he put on a show once again. Not only is he a shooter, he's really athletic, and nobody even gives him credit for that. People rave about his shooting ability, and don't get me wrong, it's really great, but he does a lot of other good things. With being listed at roughly 6'4" and 6'5", he's actually really tall for a high school shooting guard. He gets his teammates involved, he's a great floor general, and he's just one of the best teammates you'll ever have. You won't see another unselfish player like him on this list. He loves to see his teammates eat as well. But he has that Mamba mentality, and he can take over when he needs to, so that's what I love about this kid. Coming in at number 6 on our list, we have an absolute monster. He's coming in at roughly 6'6", 200 pounds. He's in the class of 2022, and he goes by the name of no other than Chris Livingston. Chris is ranked the 4th best player in the class of 2022, and he's from Akron, Ohio. And when I say this guy's built, I mean it. He's literally a tank out there. I don't know if he's on the roids or what it is, but he does not look like a normal high school basketball player. You guys kind of get what I'm talking about. His body's filled out like a grown man. I don't know what they're feeding him, but hey, they must be doing something right. But if we're being serious, they're definitely giving this kid steroids. Alright, let me stop playing. Let me continue on. As just a freshman, he averaged 24 points per game, which is really good, right? But in the recent year, he averaged almost 33 points per game. He bullied everyone out there last year, and he can score in any way possible. Whether it's attacking the goal, shooting a mid-range, or even a limitless range 3, he can do it all. What makes him so good is that you don't think he can even shoot the 3 ball because he looks like he's just going to overpower you, but he's actually one of the best shooters in the country too. Even though he's regarded as one of the best players, I still think he has a lot of potential left in him. He may even make a push for that #1 spot in this up and coming year. We'll just have to wait and see. I could really just go on and on about him, but you guys get the point. He's an absolute beast. So with that being said, this is why he comes in at number 6 on our list. Coming in at number 5 on our list, we have a 6'2", 175-pound point guard in the class of 2021 that goes by the name of Jayden Davidson. Jayden Davidson is from Alabama, and he's also a 5-star recruit like everyone else on this list. And he actually went from unranked to one of the best players in the country, and I made a video about him, so if you want to see that, go check it out. But yeah, in this recent year, he completely popped off and averaged 34 points per game. Not too bad if you ask me. That's pretty great for just a junior. He came onto the scene out of nowhere, and he definitely put on a show for his city. He's kind of on the more unknown side as well, so it's definitely great to see him get some credit. And I just want to tell you guys, every player on this list is pretty great at everything. If you're on this top 10 list, you can't just be good at a certain thing. You're going to be pretty great at every aspect of the game. And JD is just like that. He's a very skilled point guard. He's a great passer, great shooter, and an overall great scorer. I think out of all these players though, he's definitely one of the best overall pure scorers we have on this list. He doesn't wait till the 2nd, 3rd, or even the 4th quarter to wait and take over a game. He does it in the 1st quarter. And he doesn't just want to win by a couple. He wants to destroy you and drop 50 points each and every night. All in all, for this guy, he has a very smooth overall game. And with that being said, this is why he comes in at number 5 on our list. Coming in at number 4 on our list, we have Mr. Humble himself. He got into some beef with Mikey. Well, Mikey actually started the beef. Anyways, he's coming in at 6'5", weighing roughly 170 pounds, and he goes by the name of no other than DJ Wagner. Mr. Wagner is in the class of 2023, and he's the #1 overall player in his class. He's ranked #1 for very good reasons, because he can absolutely hoop. When the rankings came out and he was actually ranked ahead of Mikey Williams, everybody didn't believe it, and I didn't even believe it myself. I was like, there's no way he's actually better than him. But when I checked out the film for myself, it actually made a ton of sense. This kid is the definition of smooth. He has great footwork, and when he's in transition, he can weave in and out of defenders like nothing I've ever seen. And it doesn't just stop there. He has a deadly pull-up mid-range, and he has one of the best shooting forms I've ever seen for a high school player. A main part in that is that we gotta give credit to his father, because he really helped and worked with him when he was younger. I'm gonna throw the clips up on the screen and you guys can see for yourself. He has that Klay Thompson perfect shooting form. It's really nice. And also with him being pretty tall, he almost has an unblockable shot as well. And he can play any position you want him to on the court except for center in high school. This guy has a lot of potential, and he's definitely gonna put on once again in this up and coming season. We're getting closer, baby. Now the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the top 3 players in this up and coming season. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 3 on our list, we have a 6'9", 200-pound small forward / power forward that goes by the name of Patrick Baldwin Jr. I just kind of thought of this on the fly. He's got to have the nickname PB&J. Come on now, that fits perfectly for him. I don't know if people call him that, but he definitely needs to get that trademark, because that would be some fire merch. Anyways, continuing on, he's ranked the 2nd best player in the class of 2021, 2021, and he's regarded as the best shooter in the country. Not one of the best shooters, not in the top 3, but a lot of ESPN analysts says he's the best shooter overall in the country. And I can really see why this guy gets a lot of hype. He has a perfect body build for the modern day NBA basketball. Everyone's trying to find the next Kevin Durant. I mean, look at this guy. He's 6'9", 200 pounds. He's built. And with him being 6'9" and a lethal shooter, that's a deadly combination. This guy's not going to get blocked, and he can just straight up shoot over smaller defenders. And he's pretty athletic, I gotta give him that. He has some bounce to him, but he's 6'9", he doesn't even have to jump that high. And he's a really great shooter, I gotta give him credit. He's good at pull-up mid-ranges, catch and shoot in any situations. I can definitely say this, he's going to be a problem in this up-and-coming year for a lot of teams. I really don't know how you even guard this guy. If you play up close on him and you're smaller than him, it don't even matter, he's just going to shoot over you. And let's say you're the same size as him, he's quick enough to get around you and shoot an easy layup. So yeah, if you play this guy in the up-and-coming season, yeah, just be thinking about the next game because you're probably not going to win. And for those reasons right there, this is why he comes in at number 3 on our list. Coming in at number 2 on our list, we have a 7-foot power forward weighing roughly 185 pounds in the class of 2021 that goes by the name of Chet Hogan. Chet is a unanimous 5-star recruit and ranked the #1 overall player in the class of 2021. And in most people's eyes, he's the best overall player in the country, but not in mine. And I got some very good reasons, so just hear me out. I think he's way too skinny. He needs to put on some muscle or he's just going to get pushed around at the next level. I'm not hating on him, I'm just stating the facts. Now let's talk about his game. He actually blew up a year or 2 ago, or it might have been 3 ago, when he crossed Stephen Curry and just went off at his camp. As you guys have probably picked up on it, if you're tall and a shooter, that's definitely the recipe for a top overall recruit. It's just what colleges and NBA coaches are looking for, that next Kevin Durant. And this guy's literally a 7-footer that can straight up shoot the ball. It's just so hard to defend that. But not only that, this guy also has some pretty good handles. His post-up game's pretty good, but it's not like he's backing down and dominating people like Shaq. I got him at number 2 on my list because he's really great and he has a lot of potential that he really hasn't even tapped into. And I think that's why a lot of people have him at number 1, because he does have a ton of potential. But just because you have potential, it doesn't mean you're actually going to reach into it. That's just how high you can get. And it's not like he's actually really dominating high school basketball. He's only averaging roughly 20 to 25 points per game. But overall, for Slender Man himself, he's definitely a matchup nightmare. And for those reasons being said, this is why he comes in at number 2 on our list. We have made it to the #1 overall player in high school basketball for this up-and-coming season. Let's do this. Coming in at number 1 on our list, we have a 6'8", 200-pound small forward. He's actually stated that he could play the point guard position. We have no other than Imani Bates. Imani's in the class of 2022, has a 5-star ranking on ESPN, and is the #1 overall player in the class of 2022. He's played most of his high school basketball in Michigan, and he's absolutely dominated from the jump. He was a 2018 through 19 Michigan Basketball Player of the Year, and in that year, he averaged 28.7 points per game and 10.2 rebounds as a sophomore. And if that didn't impress you, he also won Player of the Year last year as a junior. I said as a junior, hold on, excuse me. He actually did that as a freshman. That's even more impressive. And in the following year, as a sophomore, he won Gatorade Player of the Year again. He averaged 33 points per game and 9 rebounds as a sophomore. That's ridiculous. And the scary part about him is that he still has 2 more years of high school basketball left. So if he doesn't reclassify, he could easily win Gatorade Player of the Year not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. And I hate comparing high school players to NBA players, but I gotta do it. This kid right here is the next Kevin Durant and could easily be better. He comes in at number 1 on my list, and I really don't even think it's that close. This was a very easy decision for me because this kid is a straight up hooper. I really don't even know where to start with him. He can do it all and do everything so efficiently. His pull-up jumper looks exactly like Kevin Durant's, and he can shoot from very deep. He's tall like I stated, so he can shoot over almost anyone and everyone. And I guess when he gets tired of shooting, he can attack the goal and dunk on you. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about him because you get the point. He's an absolute stud. If I gotta criticize one thing, the only thing I would say is that I would like to see him get a trainer and beef up and put some more muscle on in the up and coming years. I'm not too worried about that because he's definitely going to do that and work on that in the future. But here's the thing, Kevin Durant proved that you really don't need to be that muscular to be a star in the NBA. And I know some of y'all are going to be like, yo, you said Chet's too skinny, that's why you got him at 2. I just think that's something Chet Hogan needs to work on because he's really skinny. At the end of the day, the gap between Imani Bates and Chet Hogan is not even close in my opinion. And with all that being said, this is why Imani Bates comes in at number 1 on our list. All of these players have one thing in common. They're really great basketball players and they're going to have a good up and coming season. Well, I hope they do, because if not, this list is going to be completely invalid. But seriously, I think all these players are going to have breakout years and prove everyone that they're the best at what they do. I'm not going to hold you guys here any longer than I got to. If you like videos like this, leave a like down below and I'll try to make some more ideas like this up. But yeah, man, with all that being said, that's about going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what are you doing? Join that family and hit that subscribe button and leave a like for more. And as always, let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.